Welcome to another edition of Thunder and Lightning. I am your host, Dan, and of course, next to me is Nikki. Nikki, what is up tonight? How's it going? I know you had a busy day, so thank you for popping on with us tonight. We have a good amount of topics tonight. We have football, we have basketball, mostly football and basketball. If we get to it, maybe hockey. But thanks again for checking us out. Please subscribe and like TNL under Thunder and Lightning NY Sports, and of course, that Sports Network. Nikki, so let's take it away. This week is Combine Week. We'll start off with the not-so-giant news, but giant news, kind of, sort of, maybe. It is Combine Week, so this is where all 32 teams are prodding and prepping the Underwear Olympics. What players are not going to be doing the athletic portion of the things, or who's really going to be focusing on the interviewing process, as we saw last year in Hard Knocks. That is easily the quickest way to find a way to have a team love you or hate you in a matter of minutes or seconds, depending on the scenario that is going on. So everybody's favorite quarterback that they love to pick on or like or love, it's always potentially a New York Giant quarterback. Shedeur Sanders officially announced that he will not be doing anything athletic this week. Instead, they will be waiting to do it during his pro day in Colorado in a few weeks. Nothing new here. He's instead focusing on the interview processes of all the teams, obviously the Browns and G-Men and everything else like that.
Much like real life, right? When you're interviewing with someone, you get like, what do they say, 7 seconds to make an impression?
Yeah, like it's usually 7 seconds to make an impression on like YouTube videos and everything else like that. So, yeah. So it's not a big deal. Of course, everybody's who wants to hate on Shedeur thinks this is a terrible idea.
Oh, yeah.
This one draft guy basically thinks he's a second round talent. So I saw the tweet, oh, well, this is not name me a second round talent or whatever, not turn this down. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. So this is a nothing burger with Shedeur. Shedeur knows what he has to do. He has to ace all these interviews with the Browns, the Titans, the Giants, any other team in the top 10 that would love to have him. He has to ace this. And then next week, when it's in his home field, home practice facility, light it up with Travis Hunter and all the other guys that are looking to make a name for themselves to either be drafted or picked up by the free agency draft. So I think it's a nothing burger. What say you?
I don't really care. I mean, and that's not to say I don't care about the draft. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like it just has no effect on me. I mean, everybody is clutching pearls. They're like, this is a red flag. I mean, is it really a red flag?
No. People want to make it a red flag because they're like, oh, see, he won't throw under the pressure. But honestly, I get it. You're not throwing to your guys, and then you're never in this situation. Because once you're on your team, 99% of the time, you are throwing to these guys one way or another in training camp, in mini camp, in rookie camp. You are playing with these teammates. So I get it wholeheartedly. So Shedeur, do what you got to do. So far, he's been the only name that we know of quarterback-wise that is not going to be doing the athletic portion of it this week coming up.
I mean, people act like this hasn't happened before, but it's like you said, they're going to clutch pearls because it fits their narrative. I don't like him. Now here's just another reason for me to
he's
act
lazy.
like he's lazy. He's entitled. If his last name wasn't Sanders, this wouldn't be.
That was another tweet I saw.
Like, he's not the only one that's done this. I don't understand why it's such a big deal. I don't know why people make, they make a big deal over things that don't matter. And then things that matter, they don't make a big deal about. I really don't get that. I don't understand. It's just because they don't want him. And now it's just another reason that they can scream from the rooftop that the Giants shouldn't take him and he's a red flag and he's going to be a bust. I've seen that a bunch. He's a bust. He won't throw because he's going to be a bust. Like, I mean, really, that's kind of the point of the draft. I mean, you just really don't know. You hope not. But now I'm seeing it looks like Cleveland. I know there's rumors everywhere. but Cleveland might really try for Sanders. So how do you feel about that? I know what's down to Sanders or Ward. Which one you prefer? Sanders, right? You say he's NFL ready?
Yeah, during the season, I think I was more Shedeur ready because it was like every time I saw a Cam Ward highlight, he was doing something incredible, but it wasn't like realistic every single play. But the more I'm looking into it, I think I was probably wrong, and I would probably go Cam Ward today.
Wow.
Yeah, I admit
Why?
I was wrong. I just think he's able to extend the play just a little bit more, and he has a little bit better of the arm and more of a today NFL ready, let's go, which I was completely wrong about. And I still think Shedeur, if we were to get Shedeur, I would still be happy with him because he knows how to run that everyday NFL offense. He's gonna find ways. Still has his arm talent is not the best, but he'll find a way to get there.
And that's why he's not throwing.
Like people compare to him some scenarios to like Joe Burrow and a couple other guys like that. And obviously he's not a scrub if you're comparing him to Joe Burrow, who honestly, if the Bengals weren't a dumpster fire, he probably would have won MVP this year because he was better than Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, but he played for the Bengals, and that's what happens.
Such a travesty. Honestly, it really is. So in terms of interviewing, though, would you agree that Shedeur is a little more media ready?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I mean, his whole life.
Well, yeah. I mean, given who his dad is, I would think he is, you know, if you had to handle the New York media, I think right now you could throw him in there and he would be okay. Right. What do you think about leadership between the two of them? Like we always talk about leadership in the locker room is very underrated. It doesn't really get talked about a lot.
I think everybody brings it up, and I think if they have the right to bring it up. I don't recall which game, but a game that the offensive line absolutely shat the bed for him. He bitched about it after the game and threw them under the bus, which we all know is a big no-no.
Which one did? Shedeur?
Shedeur.
Okay.
So that's where the people that don't like Shedeur, remember the time he basically shit on the whole entire offensive line?
Malik Neighbors throws people under the bus.
So, yeah, no, I agree with you. I'm just saying the people that don't like him, they're going to throw that into everybody's face. And it looks like Cam Ward has that I am not going to let you guys fail type of leadership. Okay. I think that wins by a hair at the moment.
Okay, interesting. Do you care if a quarterback throws somebody under the bus or a player? I mean, does that bother you?
Me personally, no, because I mean, if they're not doing their job, are there better ways to doing it? Sure, yeah, but if the quarterback, that's his style, and you know the guys are still going to pick him up at the end of the game and be okay with it, then I'm all for it. Obviously, if the relationship is really shattered and you just want to burn a bridge, like somebody on the show likes to do, then, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you know your team and the team understands the passion you have, like a Malik Neighbors this year, there was no backlash from the team that it felt like, and it was understood like this guy wants to win. During Super Bowl week, during one of his interviews, they gave him a grade. What do you think your grade was this whole entire season? And he gave it C- because they didn't win. So that's all you need to know, that type of player, at least in a media sense of wise, he gets it. So hopefully that translates to the rest of the team. Because I've seen everybody, we need 21 other Malik Neighbors on the team playing at all times type of tweets and comments. So.
Well, I'll say this about a team, and this can go for a workplace. It can go for anything. You need to balance your team and the personalities on said team. Like the Eli Manning days, remember the criticism was he's not vocal, so he's not a leader. Right. You could be a leader. That a leader doesn't mean you scream and yell at people. He was more of that quiet, lead by example. Leading by example goes a long way. I don't think Saquon was like really loud and like rah rah. Like just because you yell and scream doesn't mean you're a leader. Just because you throw people under the bus doesn't mean you're not looking at yourself too in that bus throwing. But I think the bridge burners of the world were just so passionate, and sometimes it just comes out, and you're just mad at the situation, right? And you're just mad that you can't fix the offensive line or whatever it is. So no, you don't want a team of divas, but a couple divas here and there with
a couple divas. Yeah.
Like you want to balance it a little bit, because a team of divas is a nightmare.
Yeah, it's like us. I'm like the Eli Manning, like, oh, hey. And then you're the star diva that's yelling at the clipboard. Like, I'm like, okay, Nikki, no problem. 2 safeties are right there. That's why I didn't throw you the ball and get killed.
Listen, but when you throw me the ball, I don't drop it. That's the thing. I don't drop the ball. I don't drop the ball, unlike some people.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I like Malik Neighbors' personality. Do you think or do you think the Giants make him rein it in a little bit with the media? Or do you think he's just going to stay himself? He's going to say what he's going to say.
Yeah, I think he's going to say what he's going to say. He didn't say anything bad, really.
I know we don't think he said anything
I know.
bad, but there's an entire group of this fan base who thinks, he's like a cancer in the locker room already because he says certain things.
See, it's 2025, man. Like, get with the times. Like,
I know. Hey, I'm all for it.
But everything he said, and it was a home game, so I was listening to the post game coming home.
Yeah.
And he said nothing bad. It was just, hey, talk to my coach. They didn't target me. What do you want me to say?
Yeah, I don't call the plays. Talk to the coach. And everybody wants to take that and run with it. But what is he supposed to say? He doesn't call the plays, you know?
And the quarterback doesn't see him, and they were scared to throw.
Oh yeah, what was that comment? Oh, maybe he doesn't see me or something. Or I was open, but I'm not throwing the ball. I mean, so it's a shady comment, but it's fucking hilarious. Like it's probably something I would say. Like,
oh yeah, you would, yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
no, I would. I just, I think what we could say about Malik Neighbors and probably every other diva personality, everyone on the team wants to, they just want to win, right? Like he just wants to take control of this offense. He wants to be a great player. Look what he did this year with no quarterback.
Yeah, 4 quarterbacks.
And
I will say this now. This act's gonna get old if we don't fix the Giants, though, and he will be traded in 2 years if this isn't fixed.
And I really don't want that to happen. I can see that happening, but I really, really don't want that to happen. I, remember one of my fears was great, we're gonna ruin this kid and ruin his career. But the thing is, then how do you retain anybody in New York if they're always a shit show and every couple of years you're cycling through really, really good talent? So. We always talk about, is New York a tough sell? And I think sometimes it can be. I mean, they just haven't been a great franchise. And the quarterback situation just still remains this giant question mark. Now, I don't know. Do we get one of these guys in the draft? Do we trade back? Do we, do we get Matt Stafford? Now, what came out today? Yeah, the Rams are letting him explore his value. This is not a trade request, but he is allowed to explore his value.
Yeah, yesterday, Tom Paracero from NFL Network tweeted out that, hey, the Rams are letting Matthew Stafford see what his value is across the league. Obviously, all of Giants Nation's like, oh, my God, this could be it with us. Maybe I would be shocked if we weren't one of the teams that he would be looking into. But remember, at the end of the day, this could easily be, hey, the Giants are going to be looking to do this if they get a trade done with you guys. This would be my contract extension. Can you match that? Or this is where the Steelers, I saw the Steelers was another team rumored.
Yeah.
The Steelers are offering me this X, Y, and Z for a post-trade contract extension. Can you do this with me? Listen, he's 37 years old.
Did we talk about this last week?
Yeah, it's the same thing as last week, but he's 37 years old. Would it be fun that Matthew Stafford would be a Giant? Yes, for the quick Band-Aid, awesome. Then in 2 years, we're going to have to figure it out again. That's going to suck. But why would Matthew Stafford want to come to the Giants? I think that's where
I keep saying that to people. Give me a good reason why he would want to come here. It's not like this team has a roster full of this great young talent. You're not building a team around a 37, 38-year-old quarterback. Like you said last week, you're going for it if this is the route you're taking. If you're getting him or an Aaron Rodgers or, but yeah, why would you want to come here? If you're one of those veteran QBs on the back end of your career, are you coming here going, I can make something happen in two years?
Let me clarify. If you don't have an option, obviously you're going to come to the Giants. But we're talking about like Matthew Stafford, who probably has plenty of places.
Stafford, Aaron Rodgers, they've got options. Like they've got options. So, why would you come to New York? For what reason?
Right. Unless your wife or significant other wants to, like that rumor with Sierra and Russell Wilson has been going on for at least a decade. That Sierra wants to come here to New York. Russell's going to come here. And he's one of the names that would probably.
Why would you want to live here?
Yeah, I would.
I mean, we've been here our whole lives. You've been in New York your whole life. I've been in Jersey my whole life. Let me tell you, if I move from here, I'm never coming back. Like, it's super expensive to live here. I understand these are rich athletes, but like, why would you want to come to New York? Why would you want to live here? Yes, it's the biggest market in arguably like the world. I get it. You can build an amazing brand here, but you can also do a lot of damage here too. And if you don't have to come here, I mean, the weather sucks except for a few months out of the year. It's expensive as fuck to live here. The taxes are crazy. Neither team, Jets or Giants, are any good, and neither one has like this amazing talent where you're like, I got to go play with.
Well, the Jets have talent. They just were a dumpster fire last year, and they didn't even get to. Gio, what's up, man? How's it going tonight?
Up? I'm not saying they don't have talent. I'm just saying, like, do you look at either roster in New York and go, you know what? Get me on this team. I'll make some waves within a season or two.
I think the Jets a little bit more because Garrett Wilson doesn't want to get traded now. And then their running game, he had an awful year. Breece Hall had an awful year, but he is a top 5 running back going into the last season, and you would have thought he would have had a better year statistically. Obviously, that didn't happen, unfortunately. But I think the Jet team is going to be looser this year. They didn't fire their coach in week 5 and completely torpedo the whole entire season. Rodgers played fine. It wasn't like he had comparable numbers to Patrick Mahomes this year that went all the way to the Super Bowl. So that's all you need to know about it. So I think I would lean towards the Jets right now. If Matthew Stafford was traded to the Giants and the number 3 pick is safe and we are still able to get a number 3 pick, I'm okay with the trade. But why would you want to come here?
Specifically to the Giants, I don't know. You must really then have to believe in what Brian Dable just is doing. You must be all in then and really drinking the Kool-Aid because right now, as of today, I don't know. Joe Shane talks about the plan, right? He was talking about the plan and we're going to What's the plan look like? I mean, you could really look at this franchise and go, what have you been doing for 10 years? And this is what everyone wants to say. You must have forgot the playoffs. No, I didn't forget. It's the outlier. Okay. That's not the norm. We weren't supposed to be there, everybody. It was house money. It was Brian Dable's first year. Okay. Like generally though, the body of work over a decade hasn't been great. Okay.
There's only two playoff seasons out of the last 10. So
yeah, not great. And the offensive line's been a train wreck for 12 years, probably, right? We're over 10 on that. So
even though the last Super Bowl team, the offensive line was kind of rough.
Why can't they ever get that right? What is the great mystery here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be on a podcast with you right now and offering my services to the Giants, honestly.
It is just such a head scratcher. I was going to say head turner.
And the thing is, people like to make it seem like we neglect it and we don't draft.
But we do.
That's the worst part of it is we do all those things. Like we're better off not caring and just be like, oh, okay, no, makes sense. But nope, this guy sucks. That guy sucks. Why did we draft this guy? oh, we signed Nate Solder to the biggest
Oh
contract in
my
offensive line
God, that
history.
deal. Oh my
Um,
God, that was the worst.
oh, we draft a guy in the 3rd round to be a guard. Oh, but he's more suitable at right tackle or in left tackle, and he
Oh,
murdered our quarterback, and he can't even see the field as a starter. Like all those things. And then the Evan Neal situation, and the Eric Flowers situation, and
oh
the
my
Justin
God,
Pugh
Eric
situation.
Flowers. I mean, I would just like go through the ceiling with that guy. I mean,
Yeah,
honestly, the aggravation. I couldn't. I would be sick watching it. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I don't
So,
know. So, are you officially saying Evan Neal is a bust?
yeah, you think?
Hey, I've been on that for a while, and I've
Yeah.
being called negative Nikki. I'm just checking in with you since your
No,
homerism is kind of fading a little bit, which is great.
no. Well, no. I would love to see him play guard because he's so freaking big, and then just throw him out there. We've seen it work plenty of times, but
Right.
they don't want to do it.
I don't know. I don't know what they want to
So
do.
this is going into his free agency year because obviously we're not picking up his option. Soon.
No,
That is not happening.
no.
So yeah, Matthew Stafford. Choose wisely. I guess whoever gives them the most money would probably end up being the end all be all. And if they give the Rams the best package,
Yeah, I
we're
guess.
so gonna be desperate and do something silly and stupid, and Matthew Stafford's gonna be on the team because there's way too much smoke. There's way too much smoke from the higher media members at the that are like, Matthew Stafford at the Giants. Oh, okay. That's why I used so and so in my mock draft, as Daniel John Mayer did in his latest mock draft. So
Yeah, and when we say higher media members, we don't mean the guys on the beat that constantly get beat on the news. So
right, right,
it's just like
exactly.
make that clarification. I mean, again, it's like fine for a year. I foresee like 8 or 9 wins. I don't know what that's doing for the franchise.
No,
Maybe
but it would be fun. We'll actually have happy Sundays on the podcast.
but I mean, then you're going to go back to misery. I mean, I might as well we've already been
Right.
miserable. Might as
I
well
agree.
just try to right the ship now. I
Right.
mean, it's like we said last week to wrap it up. If this was a win now team, this is not really a discussion. However, it is not. And in 2 years, you're going to have the same problem that you have right now. So I just think you swing now and try to get your guy, but maybe they don't like any of these guys. I have no idea.
The possibility is there.
I really just don't know what's going to happen.
We know the Giants like Shedeur because every week it seemed like Shane and the other big wig members of the franchise were seeing them at Colorado games on their private jet. I know Travis Hunter was there too, but we need a quarterback, so there you have it.
Yeah, we need a quarterback. Why do I feel like they're not going to draft a quarterback?
Matthew Stafford is our quarterback. That would be the only way.
Probably. Well, I guess we will see when March. When does it start?
March 12th is the free agency. Tampering and when deals could be.
A lot going on that week. It's like March, Big East tournament that week, and free agency. There's just so much going on. Of course, I have a big work conference that week, so I'm probably just not going to sleep until you know.
So the last piece of Giant news today, well, either yesterday or today, Plaxico Burress sold his Super Bowl 42 ring for over $2,800 and $600. It's sad whenever a player has to sell their
$2,000.
No,
$206,000.
$280,600.
Oh.
Yeah, especially you see a member that won the Super Bowl for you. It's always that's a bummer. Obviously need the money. What would you sell? Would you sell like your most valuable piece of like jewelry or something like that if you like won a Super Bowl or something and you didn't need the money or anything else like that?
Oh, if I didn't need it, then no. I oh my God, I'd keep that right there for everyone to see. And I mean, maybe he needs it. No, that wasn't him. What did he go on to do? He did end up getting like a real job, right?
I'm not sure. I have no
Okay.
clue. He was on Fox Sports a bunch with Carton.
I have a love-hate relationship with him because had he
we
not
all do.
shot himself,
he would have repeated. And that was Eli's best year other than 2011, and he would have been in the Hall of Fame with no problem.
Please, we didn't. The Hall of Fame thing is just. Why do they only take 4?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
They act like they didn't have room for him to be first ballot.
And a couple other guys, too.
I don't care about the other guys.
I know, but they are in the same realm as him.
I understand that, but like we're not talking about that. I just want to know why they couldn't take Eli first ballot. Because this argument's always like all he did was beat Tom Brady. What do you mean all he did?
Yeah. And he had.
I just love how when it comes to him, people want to go, well, if you take away his Super Bowls, well, you can't though. Like that's just the dumbest argument I always hear.
And not only that, he did have over 200 game straight playing streaks. So
I know.
Whatever. We're not doing this. We're not doing this every week.
Why? I'm just saying because we actually didn't get to really talk about it because we had so many other things to talk about, and I just it bothers me because I just think the arguments are stupid. Like, take it away. You can't look at it in, well, let's take away the Super Bowls and then just judge his Hall of Fame, worthiness just based on that. That's just ridiculous to me. And we were supposed to be there.
Yeah. Well, next year we'll be there.
We'll have to go this year.
I know. Well, we're not. It's always not. I'm not
even watching the.
Nick, you're gonna act like you watch the Hall of Fame ceremonies anyway.
I do it depends who is doing speaches. Like honestly, when Strahan was it depends.
That's now, a long ass
boycotting until Eli gets in. Not watching it.
Fair enough. All right, that was the football this week. We have to sprinkle in football, but you had fun at Seton Hall today. How was it today? Unfortunately, Seton Hall is not great this year. See, I was being nice because you have to be professional. But Seton Hall is having a rough season, and today was no different.
Yeah, they're having a rough season. Yeah, I wrote a nice article. I reworked it a little bit because. I think when you're watching it and you're writing your notes like in real time or you're trying to write your article and you think you're done and then go home and I look at it and I'm like, oh shit, like that was a little negative because you're kind of like reacting in the moment a little bit. Yeah, it was a tough one for them. They're just really not having a great season. I mean, both of these teams, like, dude, the shot clocks. That's what I tweeted. A shot clock hates to see either one of these teams coming. They use the whole fucking time. Like it's a little painful to watch Seton Hall. It is.
It was funny because I was watching the St. John's game and the Knicks game, and St. John's and UConn game was like high octane offense for the most part. St. John's almost scored 80 points. And then I went to look at your score at halftime and neither team scored 50 points.
No, it was like 27-17. It was like ridiculous. By the second half, I mean, Xavier was up 21 points on Seton Hall. Seton Hall only started to come back. I mean, if you guys look at the box score, like they only started to come back with like, I don't know, about 4 minutes left in the game. So it, I don't know, garbage time, whatever. I mean, I think Xavier they needed to win. If they wanted to keep their hopes alive for the tournament, NCAA, then they needed to win this one. But they've got, who do they have next? God, I just wrote the article and I don't even remember. Ridiculous. I know that, they have Creighton next. Sorry. They have
that's a good
Creighton
matchup.
next. Creighton is sitting at 2 behind St. John's in the conference. And Seton Hall has Villanova next on Wednesday. It's a home game for the Pirates. And so for everybody asking me, why are you not covering Villanova, right? Like I'm getting this constantly. Why aren't you covering them? So I don't know if you know this, so you might because you talk to me all the time. But for anyone that doesn't know this, when you go to your seat, like wherever you're sitting for media, there's a card with your name on it.
Mhm.
And there is like Wi-Fi password where you can log in to see whatever you're covering, right? And every place I've ever covered, there's a little note that says, this is a working media area. Cheerleading is not allowed, meaning you cannot be biased either way. You cannot be showing emotion towards any team when you are in media. So I cannot cover Villanova Seton Hall game because I can't contain myself. And I know that I can't. I'm pretty professional, but I just know that I'm going to end up cheering. So I'm just going to let that one be. And I think that should be a win for Villanova, but I rather watch it from home and I can be crazy fan and then write my article after that and do a video, I guess.
You guys. Okay, cool. All right. So what was the food? We'll talk food and then we'll talk St. John's and Knicks for you. What was the food like today?
In the media room?
Yep.
Well, they had Irish cream for the coffee. I was very excited for that. They had the International Delight Irish cream, which I love, you know. There was mott sticks.
Ooh, okay. Can't go wrong with that. Unless you're Nikki.
Pasta.
Ooh.
I think it was like chicken parm or the other chicken or whatever. I don't know. Potatoes. Like it's like a lot of starch. So I had some coffee.
Okay. Cool.
And they do have salad, but I looked at it and it reminded me of your story from last week, how you had it was just like lettuce, like bland, like lettuce. So you know, as much as I love salad, I do like something on it other than just lettuce.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I didn't eat that. So I had coffee. I ran into one of our podcast fans. So that was very cool.
Okay.
You know, that's always fun. Which, by the way, if you guys see me, you can say hi. Granted, this person did come during halftime, so I do appreciate it wasn't like while I was working, but that was very cool. So you guys can say hi, you know, as long as it's like halftime or after the game or something. But it's nice to meet our fans, don't you think?
No, well, I wouldn't know that. So
what kind of fucking comment is that?
I have never met a person that is a fan. So
because you don't leave your attic. I have tried to get you to go to things with me multiple times, and you give me excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse why you can't.
Negative, but okay.
No, this.
When was the last time? All right, we're not doing this on air, but yes.
What?
What?
Seriously?
What? Oh, I love
okay. I've tried to get you to go to things and cover games with me multiple times.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, and then you would have met fans and followers.
I would be. Oh, can you take my selfie with Nikki? Okay, sure.
Listen, I get it. It's tough to be in my shadow. I understand. Okay.
It's fine.
Did I not try to go to the Big East tournament with you last year?
Yeah, but that was as not as fans, not working.
No, not as me. I wanted to go and do like live content there.
Yes, I know.
Yes, you know. And I won't say it, but I still remember the BS excuse that I got and why you couldn't.
I know. Listen, man, you gotta do some things you don't like to do sometimes.
See, that's the difference between us. I don't do things that I don't want to do.
Yeah, because you for whatever reason don't get consequences and stuff like that. So,
well, I mean, I don't care though. See, that's the difference. You care, I don't care.
Fair.
You know,
Very
I'm just
true.
not gonna. You know, if I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. If I don't want to do it, I'm not gonna do it. I've been like that since I was a kid. You can ask my parents.
Definitely. So St. John's swept UConn for the first time since 25 years. They continue their home winning streak this year, cementing basically winning the Big East as long as some craziness doesn't happen the next couple of games.
Yeah,
St. John's.
I don't think any craziness is going to happen.
I don't think so. Next weekend's game against Seton Hall is a whiteout. So it's going to be cool to see Rick Pitino in his first Holy Communion white tuxedo again. That will be funny to see. Like I mentioned last week, they got to just keep playing tough defense, and that full court press, man. Teams melt down with that, and they just got to keep it going, get those timely baskets, and just keep it rolling. It's like today was very impressive. They started off a little slow, and then they just like woke up and just went on a crazy run, and UConn couldn't find a way to stop it. So that was a great thing to see.
Oh my God, you guys are going to kill the Pirates.
Yeah, they should.
Oh my God.
My
God.
Especially it being senior day and everything else like that. It should be. So.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm covering that one. So we'll see. I put in for it. But we'll see.
All right. As for our New York Knicks.
Oh.
Yikes. 1-2 coming off the break. Unfortunately, the last two games were against the Cavs and Celtics.
Oh, so, my God. The Cavs was, I mean, I wanted to throw up.
What? We are 0-7 versus the three teams that are better than us record-wise in the whole entire NBA.
Uh-huh.
We got problems, Nick. It sucks because we're still a very good team. I think I would rather be in this situation. Like, all right, we're still a good team. We're still going to be a top 3 seed, hopefully, in the playoffs. And it's obviously not where we want to be. We want to be in the conference finals, and we want to be in the NBA finals and win it. It just doesn't look like it's going to be our year. But hey, crazier things have happened. But after the last 2 games, it's going to be a grim ending to the season unless something drastically changes in our benefit against the teams that are better than us. Because the Celtics blew us out every game this year. The 3 games we've played them this year. The Cavs just embarrassed us.
Oh, my God.
And then OKC just had no problem with us as well. But I'm not worried about OKC because if we are playing OKC, that means we're in the NBA Finals and we're happy. But yeah, Celtics and Cavs, we have issues. And for whatever reason, we don't hit threes. Our bench is very short, which we always knew about. The secondary guys don't help Jalen or Cat. So it's just a nightmare. And then those teams shoot us out of the building because they can't miss their shots. And we're desperately missing our three-point shooting. That's our biggest issue. And when we're playing the Celtics or we're playing the Cavs, that's going to be a rough night. So it sucks.
Yeah, it's not fun to watch. It's not fun to watch
because every other team in the league will have no problem with. We'll play the Sixers later this week. We're going to be looking like we haven't looked like we did in the last 2 games, hopefully. And it's just like, God damn, it's just like a shitty feeling. And I think it's different because we are so used to shit with the Giants that it was just like, man, this is our team that we're finally, we can be happy about it. It's like, not so fast.
Not so fast.
You can be happy.
You can't be happy in New York. No, you can't.
You can't completely be happy. And then does this mean Tibbs gets fired on a second round out again this year? Or
I don't know. Would you fire him?
I wouldn't personally, unless we know that there's a guy just ready to go to coach us to get us to that promised land. I don't see it. Crazier things have happened, and coaches got fired for lesser things.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm not ready to pull the trigger on that.
I'm not either. But if we're losing to the Celtics and we got absolutely blown out by like a sweep, and it's like how it's been the first 3 games against them this year, it might happen.
Yeah, it could.
But,
I don't know. Yeah, we just got to think, is somebody else you're going to get better?
Yeah, I don't see that at this moment.
Yeah, I'm not ready to, like I said, I'm not ready to pull that trigger.
So who are the Knicks playing? I know they're playing the Sixers. Let me get that back up. Hold on, sorry.
Ugh, what a hack. You don't have schedules up. You don't.
No, I don't.
Nothing.
Oh, no,
how dare you? You're on your phone before. You didn't get the schedule up. You didn't get.
Not the Knicks. All right, so the Knicks play. This is another decent week. Home against the Sixers, and then a 2-game road trip against the Grizzlies and Heat. Heat always plays tough against us. Grizzlies are basically the same record as us, so that's going to be fun. And then, granted, the Sixers suck this year, but they're still the Sixers. So hopefully a 2-1 road trip, 2-1 record this week. 3-0 would be awesome.
Well, I guess we will see. Hopefully, it can't be as bad as what we just watched. So
No, absolutely. And then hopefully they're getting healthier, so that's good. Mitchell Robinson, I know he's gonna get hurt right away at some point, which sucks. But I'd be shocked if he stays healthy. That could drastically change things. So that's why I'm holding out hope that hey, yes, we're still the number 4 team in the whole entire league. Let's see what happens when we get Mitchell Robinson back, and hopefully that puts Hart on the bench or Bridges on the bench, and we'll get some sort of bench help, So
bench help would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I'm absolutely tired of looking at Payne and what's the other guy? Crap, I'm drawing a big blank right now. Crap. What's the other guy? He used to play for the Nets.
You're just very hacky tonight. You know that?
Oh, Landry Shamet. Yeah, I can't stand him either. But they are who they are. They're deep end of the bench type players, and unfortunately, they have to play key minutes. So, yeah, that's the Knicks. Not rant level yet, but there's
no, not yet, and not yet. But it's getting annoying.
Yeah, the concern is high alert there.
High alert.
Yeah, big time. So, we want to wrap it up tonight? How do you want to wrap it up tonight?
Did you watch the hockey game?
Oh, I did watch the hockey game. Yeah, it was a good game. It's so funny, man. We always win the round robin game, and then when we play them in like the medal game or the finals, they'll find a way to win. So it's like, all right, here we go again. I bet the under, so that was nice.
Oh, there you go. You won some money. That's good.
Yeah, I won that, so that was cool. No, it was really cool that they gravitated and got the audience going for what is quote-unquote a meaningless tournament that they just clearly made out of thin air and grabbed everyone's attention for the 2 weeks. So that was pretty cool.
Marketing at its finest. That's what it's supposed to do. Unlike the NBA where, I think you saw I retweeted it. I mean, their product lacks a little bit because it's like we talked about. I mean, they lack rivalries. USA and Canada, there's a rival right there naturally. Just like we had said, there's a natural rival with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese in the WNBA. Now, they fumbled that. How they couldn't capitalize on that is beyond me. Now, no one knew there was going to be all those fights in the first game, right? But then you've got fan bases rallied up. You've got countries rallied. So everybody's going to tune in to watch. I mean, so the NHL to me did it right. And you look at the NBA and you're like, I don't know. It's not like the 90s NBA. And everyone wants to the game's changed. I know. I know the game has changed. I get that. But like those rivals, like, the NBA just doesn't have that anymore. Everybody's fucking friends with each other. Everybody's like kumbaya and it's all right. And the NFL better be careful because they are slowly going away with the NBA.
Yeah. Easily.
Like this is not, the bad boy Pistons and Michael Jordan NBA. This is not that.
Not at all.
I miss that. And I feel bad for people who didn't get a chance to experience that NBA.
Yeah. We haven't had that in a long time though, Nick.
I know, and I think it affects the product because look at the NHL. Like the minute there's a rivalry, it's like eyes are glued to the TV. Well, you want market share, you want people to not change the channel. There you go. People like to watch rivals. This is so simple, and yet they move away from it.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So any big plans this week or anything else like that?
Oh my God, I have a crazy like after tonight, it's just crazy till like the end of March. So,
Oh boy.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, it's insane. Like my schedule is insane. But what everybody really wants to know is, did you eat any more burgers this week?
No,
Now,
I did not.
you've called me every day on lunch, and I've been busier on a call, so I haven't been able to answer.
I know. Nikki busy.
But because I haven't been on the phone with you, did you squeeze a Burger King in there for lunch?
No, I did not squeeze a Burger King. I did not have a burger this week.
Okay, so you just cut back on the burgers.
Yeah, yes, I eat it every meal. Yes, I did not have a burger this week.
You yourself said you were going strong on selecting the burgers when you.
I know. I know.
So I'm
No
just
burgers.
saying you rolled it back a little bit this week.
Yeah, I rolled it back this week.
Did you have any vegetables this week?
Yeah, of course.
Like?
Asparagus, carrots, peas.
Not peas.
Just throwing it out there. Yeah, I don't like broccoli, so that's not happening. Yeah, that's about it. I'm more of a fruit guy. You know this.
Well, I'm just, we honestly really didn't talk that much this week. So I know people think we talk all the time, but there are weeks where we're both busy and sometimes we don't get to. So what were the lunches this week? Because I know the times you get me off the phone or you'll mute me and you order and then you come back on. But since I didn't talk to you at all.
I got a steak burrito one day. That was really good from a real Mexican spot, not Chipotle. I brought lunch this week. I was really good with that. So I did a couple of turkey sandwiches. And then what did I do Friday? What did I do Friday? Oh, I wasn't hungry. I wasn't hungry this week, which was weird. A couple of times.
Because you ate all the burgers last week. That's why.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really hungry. I was like, what did I even do? I don't even remember. Oh, I just got a snack, like pretzels at Dwayne Reed with the drink one day. I wasn't even hungry.
Welcome to my world. I'm like, what do you mean food?
Yeah. So.
Well, what did you have for dinner tonight?
Dinner tonight we had roast beef sandwiches, so that was cool.
What was on the sandwich?
Gravy and
gravy.
Yeah, like steak gravy, like au jus from like French dip. It was basically French dip sandwiches.
I've never had one because it doesn't look good.
And then you have with cheese, pretty good. And then we had
yellow cheese. You put yellow cheese on?
No, we had fresh mozzarella with that.
What kind of bread?
Italian bread.
What'd you have with it? Chips?
Yeah, that's what I had tonight.
What kind of chips?
Your regular Cape Cod chips, which are really good.
Those are like the crunchy ones.
Yeah, the kettle ones. Pretty good.
All right. So I wouldn't have eaten dinner at your house tonight.
No, we had salads and stuff that I didn't.
Oh, you had what kind of salad did you have?
Your basic, real good salad, unlike the one I went to the last week with the restaurant. But you would have ate it.
I would have.
Yeah, you would have ate the salad.
Yeah. What did you put in it though?
Cucumbers, tomatoes,
tomatoes.
Onions.
No onions.
Carrots, oil, and vinegar.
Shredded, not like.
Yeah, shredded. Oil and vinegar.
I probably wouldn't have eaten that.
Okay.
No chicken to put on it?
Not this meal, but yeah, we would have.
Are you gonna have dessert?
No. I'm not hungry tonight.
Wow. I'm telling you, it's because you ate all those burgers last week, and now you're like, your body's just like, I'm not hungry this week.
Yeah, I'm sorry not to entertain you. You're not gonna have 2 days worth of clips with me talking about food this week. So
it's because you went to like a party or whatever. That's why.
Right.
And you picked burgers, and then you were at like your other party and you picked burgers, and then you had lunch and you had a burger. I'm like, I don't know. You just
last week was insane, but yeah.
So your body's just like cool out this week. Now we'll see with this upcoming week. Maybe you get your appetite back. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. I've been walking my dog a lot more, so that's been good, and my stamina's been really good with that.
Well, let me do to you what all the fitness gurus do to me. Are you trying to lose weight? Because here's the things that you could do to do that.
Well, there's a difference between you and me. Like I could definitely shed a couple pounds. So
I'm
any way
joking.
is any way is possible. So
I'm
yeah,
joking because that's what
I
they
know.
say to me.
Well, they're crazy.
You eat too much fruit. There's too much sugar in the fruit, Nikki. Oh my God. You know how
See,
many calories are in a smoothie?
if you didn't eat like a rabbit, I would agree with them. But you literally don't eat anything, so it is good for you. It's basically 3 meals in one.
Yeah, like let me have my fruit. Like let me have like
Because you do process it differently, and you know that, but you don't eat enough food during the day that it's okay. And
yeah,
then and not only that, you burn it off, so it's fine.
yeah. I'm just tired of them coming at me. I call them the fruit police because it's like, what is the big deal? I mean,
That's how you know everybody gets pissed about something. That's
like you're really worried about how much sugar I'm. Why are you worried about what I'm eating? Worry about yourself. Like
right. So
it's always that. Oh, if you want to lose weight, or if you want to do this, or if you want to look like that, you should do this, or you should tweak your diet, or you should eat more protein. You should. How do you know what to eat? You only see what I show you, which is basically accurate. I mean, I don't show my salad every day because who cares? But I got to tell you, the Playa strawberry smoothies have really been hitting. I don't know what it is. I've been on a big strawberry kick.
okay, if I go there this week,
You won't go because you don't want to spend $17 on a smoothie.
Well, the smoothie is different than a bowl.
Okay, but I'm sure you have points to get the $3 off by now.
Maybe I don't. I don't never really use the points.
What?
I don't go to Playa like that.
See, again, remember we had this conversation? I wish all these places would let you transfer points. Because I'd be like, let me get your smoothie points. I'll give you some Dunkin' points back. You know what I mean? Like, why can't we trade fucking points to each other?
Right.
You know? Oh, I have to tell you, I was at my niece's dance competition yesterday in Bridgewater.
Okay.
And we had a little bit of a break. So about a mile away was a Starbucks. So I do the mobile app for everyone, right? Well, not everyone, just me, my sister, and my niece. And I obviously get the pistachio cold foam, which you like now, right? Which you're like, oh, this is great. Can you believe they actually serve cold iced coffee at the Bridgewater Starbucks?
Way to go, Bridgewater Starbucks.
The cold foam was cold. The oat milk was cold. The coffee was cold, and it was a little bit mixed up and everything. I was like, oh my God.
Way to go.
Yeah, it wasn't warm and disgusting. It was great. So I ended the week on a high note with cold iced coffee.
Well deserved. All right, Nikki, I have been changed. That's a lie. I changed Instagram this week. All right, I'll do it. All right, you've watched.
I'm not doing it. I'm not. I'm not doing this.
Please like and subscribe. You can find us on TNL Thunder and Lightning NY Sports on YouTube, TNL_NYS on Instagram, and of course, you can find us also on That Sports Network. And of course, you can find Nikki at NikkiNick9384 and at DBHan on Twitter. Until next week, I will catch you guys later. Have a good week.
Bye.